Greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Yes, come join me. Come join me in chat. I do welcome you to chat. I'm streaming, so you can talk to me. I know sometimes that I get concentrated and I don't look at chat, and then it's like, oh, you've been there for a long time, probably. But yeah, come and watch me. Come watch me. So this is Minecraft with the Minecolonies mod, and I am in Arnaaluk, the underwater druid sanctuary built by the druids. And let's come here. I'm going to change my view, and let's begin. I'm going to change my view. I'm in the town hall, and if you were here the last time, you might remember that we were having a little bit of a problem with the druids. Hold on. Apparently I haven't talked. I haven't talked. And it's funny too, because technically I should prepare for speaking for 3 hours, because it is a thing. But I didn't this morning, so I'm a little raw. I hope you'll forgive me. I'm just walking around just because right at the moment. I just heard a bat in that hallway. This is the Sakura apartment building, and I am in the process at Arnaaluk. I'm in the process of building a new Gatehouse District, and as part of the Gatehouse District, a couple things have been finished. And I was, before I coughed, talking about the problem that we had the last time I was here, and that it turned out to actually be a little teeny tiny bug. And one of the most amazing things about Minecolonies, the mod, is that the developers play the mod, and you can watch them play on Twitch. You can watch the developers play their mod on Twitch, which is really quite a thing. And right now they are building a new style, and they also play the game. And they have, if you have a Twitch account, you can go and watch them there. It's very fun. This is what Case has been working on. Case has finished. Good morning. He's just waking up. Case has finished the Gatehouse Hotel. This is an Aquatica level 5. Oh, yay, I get to drink something. That's my drink alarm. Some of you might remember that I used to have an app that had a drink alarm in it, but it conflicted a little bit with Minecraft. And so we don't use it anymore. We're using a new type of alarm. Like I said, this was just finished, so there are aspects of this that haven't been fixed yet, and I can go out and fix them in a moment. I'm trying to see what Case is working on. So this is the Gatehouse restaurant. This is Kelsey's restaurant right here. And the second floor of Kelsey's restaurant has an interesting feature. It has, how close is it? Oh, he's working on it. See, the one part of the floor is different from the other, and that is what he is working on. And he has new upstairs. Ooh, and this is open this time, so we'll see what goes on there. That is a piece of ice. It looks pretty like that, doesn't it? You should just put glass in front of it and have people be able to see the glacier close up and say, look, there's the glacier. Which is that an amazing thought? something out of, making a thing out of ice, but it would melt. It would mostly melt. It's warm, and so it would definitely melt a little bit. But the whole point of this area, the gatehouse area, this particular area is this monument right here, the witches having a large nether portal ruin. It's a ruin of a ship portal. Either that or the witches were really tall and really big. So it's definitely a ship portal. We've seen witches, and they're not quite that big. So yeah, so this is what Case is working on. We have one other builder who's working right now, and that builder is working on, I don't know what to call it, we would call it, there's got to be a professional name for an intake area where, and this is what Danny's working on. Danny's working on an intake area upstairs from this building. And when that is a level 5, Danny's waiting for something. When that's a level 5, he's waiting for racks. Okay. That level 5 upstairs will be joined to this building, and we'll be able to have a scrub port right here, a location where scrubs come here, and those two things, this looks like a little room. It does. Those two things will enable the dog sleds to be able to bring products over the land using the Gatehouse system, Minecolonies' new system, where they join 2 colonies together. And we're going outside. It is daytime, and for every once in a while, when I come up to the surface, I have that Minecraft feeling, that feeling of awe and danger that you can have when you're playing Minecraft. And here we go. So this is what he is working on right here, and we can see how far he's gotten on this. And where once these 2 builders are built, because this was kind of the best building that we could put on top of each other, the builders are going to go away here. We don't need the builders, and we will use these buildings for the port. So dog sleds will come up to this building and come inside. And I think I'm going to use a Macaw's. I think Macaw's, why don't we look at it for a minute? I think Macaw's has garage doors, but let's see if I can find them. Looking for them. G-R-A-G. Yes, they still do. They still have garage doors. So we're going to use garage doors up here in order to have the openings be wide enough for the dogs to actually come into the building at the top. And just having a crane, and I don't know whether I'm going to put the crane on top. I probably should put the crane on top of the building. That works to bring the merchandise from this level down to the underwater level. And the underwater level, we want to just find a hole in the ice for a second. Let's come over here. Let's come down into the water right here. The underwater level, there it is. See, you can see the other one sitting on top of this one. You can now see it sitting there. So this space is the space that we will work on once this building is done, to combine these 2 buildings and make an upstairs
And this is a little bit higher than the normal upstairs that Aquatica has. So we're not actually, we can't use a regular Aquatica building. We have to combine two buildings ourselves in order to do this. And then the scrubs can come up to this building and use these canals to take things to other buildings. Look at this that got left. This is me, and I put this here at a time when this building was being built. And from time to time, I do have to go and find things like this, things that didn't get completely finished in places like this. So we're just going to put this back. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to leave that. We'll see if on the inside that's doing something. And so there's case. So this is the hotel right here that's leaking. So we're going to take away in this area the decoration right here. This decoration leaks. So we're going to take it away and replace it with block all around this section right here to keep this from leaking. On this side. I don't know whether Mubian was talking about doing an Aquatica too, but I don't know whether he has finished. Mubian is the designer of this style, and Minecolonies has designers, style designers, who design the buildings and the interiors, and which is really fun having them do that. And it's one of the things that I love. In the beginning, there were just buildings. And then they began to do more design work, which actually helped. Now see that area back there where there's water there? I think we'll have to do that from the inside, that part. I can sponge that out, but I wanted to get this part that I just fixed right here to keep it from leaking. We can see the taxi underneath, and we can go in right here in where the taxi is and look at these areas and see if we see leaking now. And we do not. So these always leak, these areas, and I don't want to, my siren sight went away. I don't want to, I'm a mermaid, so I don't want to take that part away. But in this area, for instance, that I can't reach, why don't we do a sponge? This is under the ice. Let me get a sponge from my pack, my backpack right here. I'm gonna get a sponge. I have a tomato? Why do I have a tomato? A single tomato on me. I must have broken it in the field. So we're gonna put that, and it looks like that stopped. Yeah, it looks like that stopped the dripping because the ice pack is here. So if it's dripping here, it just means there's water in the ice, and this is what we want to get. We want to stop the water that's in the ice flow right here. So we'll keep doing this. And replace it with that. I think, is there another one here? That one might have stopped. And there's one here. Now there might actually be water right here, but we'll see. Nope. Definitely was just ice, water trapped in the ice. Now these are a problem. And I'm going to have to do these from here. This is the one I think I couldn't reach. Let me look at this one. We've done this with all of the buildings to keep them. See, this one's not leaking. Let me get the other piece from the backpack that we need to use in this doorway. And we might need this piece to make sure this isn't leaking. Sure enough. And these, we just put in an extra layer here to keep them from leaking. Now this is a hotel, so there are rooms upstairs. And so we don't have to worry about that part. This is just the decoration part on the outside that is made with stairs. And stairs leak. So we have to fix that part. Now see here where this is, the stairs are leaking here. So like we did in the apartment buildings, we're going to take the stairs away and remove and make these stairs, these are stairs here, and make these stairs a full block, and then put the stairs back and the stairs won't leak anymore. And here we're just going to add the panel piece, and then this won't leak anymore, which is why we have the dark piece as well to go in this section right here. Okay, notice that there's panel here, and why don't we go ahead and combine these two panel pieces, and there we have it. How are you guys doing over here? Are you leaking? No, you are not. Okay, so this is the restaurant. And remember, we were looking at something here and thinking we would put something here. I wonder if we should just go ahead behind here and put an ice piece. We could even do the blue ice and make that let's look and see what blue ice is made out of. Let's see what blue ice is made. Blue ice is packed ice. Okay. Is really packed ice. So we're going to use blue ice here as a decoration, and that's going to influence what we do with the hotel seats and restaurant areas. Now, for those of you who don't know, Aquatica has a bakery right here, but we don't need the bakery because we have a separate bakery down the hall. Right here, a beautiful bakery down here. Now I'm going to try something. I don't know whether it's possible, but we're going to see how far we can bring the tag tool for this restaurant, or we maybe could use the leisure tag tool to have people sit in the hotel. That's an interesting idea. And I think what I'm going to do here which I don't have in other places, in the other hotel like this. I think what I'm going to do in this section is push this back and make a little lounge area where people can sit with couches and chairs in this area back here, simply because it sounds like fun. So we can do that. I know that we have the viewing area upstairs here, and this part. But while Case and Danny are working on the pieces here, good thing I came up here. So what's leaking and what do I want to do about it? I think in this place, I think we're going to do the same thing. Let's put the sponge. I think we're going to have to take this part away right here and put in the full block. See, this is, sure enough, it's still, we could either put in the slab in this section, because this is what we usually do. Or we could go outside and fix this area of the hotel. Can I reach that area of the hotel? See the ice right there? I don't think I can. So let me see if this is in the ice pack. That one's dry. Sure enough. Okay. So there's water somewhere here. There it is. There's the water that was causing all of this to leak. So now we can put these back. Oh yeah, the air conditioner just came on. That is making it warm. Let's try here and see if we can do the same thing. Yes, that did. Okay, so we can take this way, this, and that should stop it from leaking completely. And we can do this because there's ice. We're just taking the water out of the ice area. And here, to match the downstairs, why don't we go ahead and remove this and make this the blue ice. Here. Nope. We want this to be here. And back here. Let's take this. And if we're going to do this, let's use this. Just to make sure there's nothing back behind it. Look how dry this is back here. I'm not getting anything. Okay. So that would be interesting as a decoration, wouldn't it? As a wall. But people come here. This is a tourist area. And so we're going to provide the tourists with some fun things, like being able to actually see the ice. So let's put one here and here and here and here and here and here. And then we can put the blue ice along this part. Here's water and then there are hills. Let's try that piece right there and get rid of the water. And now let's put the blue in. Oh, we found one. Okay. There's supposed to be glass in this section right here. So we need, I don't like the glass being on the ice itself. That wouldn't, builders wouldn't do that. So I'm putting the glass on the actual floor. And there we have it. Into the gun. Now, yeah, I know that there are some aspects where, hello guys, why are you standing on the seats instead of sitting down? Tucker doesn't have anything to do.
Without this, I can't work.
You don't have a job. Right. And let's come here, and there's this case.
What can I
What's
do
the
for
matter,
you?
Case? We need some soul sand. Ooh. Okay. We're going to have to find you some. And if we can't, we're going to have to get Atticus to go get some from the nether, actually. So I'm going to stop working with that for a second because of the soul sand search. I think I'm going to go search for some soul sand for a moment. But before I do, here's another area where we pulled. This is a hotel room. Let's look and see if there's anything beyond. Oh, good. Okay. So all these are leaking. We can just take this and make it into full block. And then put these back. For a second. Let's just leave that. Well, now I have to put something there. That way. I see. Yeah, it's that way on both sides. Okay, so that's not leaking anymore. But this one is. So we'll take these down. Make these full block. So it's leaking here. This one down. And then I'll see if the others leak. I think they're okay. You're leaking. Let's put this right here and then put the stairs back. Here to make the extra layer that's needed to keep that from leaking. And there we have it. It is noon their time. In case it's just having a seat because there isn't anything for him to do. He's essentially saying because he's stuck waiting for soul sand. But he's going to go back and check and see if somebody found some soul sand for him. This is Zane. And let's look at Zane.
It's a fine afternoon.
Zane is coming up. He's an archer, and he is a mine druid. He works in the mine, so he's been down in the mine. He's coming up to eat, and she should be up to feed him.
I'm waiting for something.
Yeah, I know you are. So we'll see. She's going to make something for him to eat and then bring it up to him. We'll see. And there she did. Okay. And he's getting some food. That wasn't a lot of food you got.
Good to see you.
But it was a good amount for him. And his bow needs a new one, but he'll get one. Ah, there we go. Just got another pie to take with him when he goes back to the mine. And Tucker, we have to find something for you to do.
Without this, I can't work.
Look at what Tucker's been doing. Tucker's been in the library working, and I think we're going to have him go back and work there. He doesn't really have anything else that he wants to do except... Oh, Tucker. Oh, I know what happened to you. Hold on. I know who Tucker is. Hold on. So, some people got displaced at a point. Let's make these three go back in the library. And then let's take the backpack and put these three away. Right here. And let's go to the bookstore. This is why Tucker doesn't seem interested in anything, because he was actually running, I think he was running this bookstore. And sure enough, he lost his job. There we go. So Tucker's supposed to be here. And working in this bookstore, but he can't live in the hotel. So we have to get him an apartment in the Sika apartments around the corner. So we'll come down here and see where he can live. Mohammed, Bronson, and Ledger are living here. 3 guys are living here. Let's see who lives here. This is Alec and Whitley living here, which is interesting. So we'll leave that couple. Let's see who lives here. This is Monroe and Miguel. Monroe is the server. She has the dining hall in the dairy area, and right here, Gemma and Matthew are here. Okay, so that means that Tucker was probably living here with these guys. Let's go upstairs and see if there are 4 beds up here, and sure enough there are. So Tucker's supposed to be here. Wait. Are these people actually sleeping in these beds? I'm going to have to come and see if they're sleeping in those bedrooms, because those are paladin beds. But we're going to add Tucker to this house of guys. Manage. And there he is. And he now lives here. So we've got a lot of people living in this apartment. And we did have the ability to add right here either another apartment building right here, or to add another apartment building, because we have four guys, so it would kind of be empty in this area if we did add an apartment. We could put the couples, ooh, time for a drink. We could put the couples in couples housing. But I think they would be too far away from their jobs. Let's look here and see. Let's see how far away Monroe is anyway from here. She's only 13 and 24. This is far. This would be far. But it wouldn't be far for the guys who work here. The guys who work here would actually be... Okay, and I just realized something, and I'm going to do something about that. We're going to put, we have Archie here, but we're actually going to put one of the other women. River, are you really not sleeping in the bed again? Did we take these beds out? I thought we did take the beds out so that River would sleep here, but she's not, so I'm going to have to come back when it's daytime and get them and see that. Alright, so I've got a couple things to do all at the same time, which is what always happens in cities. So we're going to take the taxi to the town hall taxi stand. This is the Gatehouse taxi. Take it to the town hall. And yeah, I know I want to work on this. But you can see there's water. See the water sitting in those? That's kind of a neat look. And if we wanted to, we could when we push the wall back, see how many of those we actually have. I want to work on that. But I've got to get some soul sand. So here we are. We're in the taxi waiting for the driver. We're just going to pull out the book and look at the ticket. And we're going to the town hall right here. We are at the Gatehouse Hotel. We're going to the town hall. And here we are. So it's a short trip. And we're going to... Look, I only have Zio, I think, here, but I'm going to check and see if Zio, if I have another person here. Let's look. I only have Reynolds here, so Zia and Reynolds are the only ones right now. We need some kids. So that whole thing that we were going to have the people, the druids be off duty. The druids started to be assigned someplace else when they were off duty. And the assignment was overriding the town hall. And we shouldn't have that now. We should be able to have people off duty without them being reassigned. However, military is supposed to be somewhere. And I think that's the thing that they were trying to see. This is where you have things turned off so that things can't happen automatically. You have to actually make the things happen, make people live in the housing, choose the housing for them, and that kind of stuff. I have room for some, and we'll look and see. This is Angel. We haven't had an angel, a woman named Angel, in a while, and look at her. She is not a druid. She's just a worker. Agility, adaptability, she's not going to stay with us. She's not going to be happy with us. So we're not going to take her. I'd love to have her. This is Beatrix. I haven't had a Beatrix in a while. And she's a friend of Angel's. These are kids. And I have a third. Oops. Wait. Let me move. We're both sitting in the same seat. And let's look at her for a second. This is Kaisley. And she is... These are friends. These are girlfriends all on a trip. They're all on their trip together. I wonder if it's their first trip. It seems like it. They're staying really close to each other. Let's see how many we have here. Hello, Calliope. And Calliope is with them. So this is a class of kids. Jaslyn. And there's the teacher. So Jaslyn is the teacher who brought these kids here. And see, there's one of the kids right here. And this is Keegan. And Keegan, lucky boy. But this is Jaslyn. And Jaslyn is thinking. 10 emeralds. Wow. But look at her stats. She's a Leclerc. And she could steal from us. She could decide to steal from us. She has outrageous stats. So I'm just talking to you right now. But if she does steal, we would give her a sack of emeralds. And if she leaves with the sack of emeralds, leaves the city, they'll turn to sand. If she decides to stay, then we'll give her a real sack of emeralds that she can have. I believe it was emeralds that she wanted. Yes. So let's try. Let's see what happened here. Let's go back to here. Let's look. And let's try that again. And she did stay. I think she did. Let's look. Yes. Jaslyn has decided to join us. Hello. I'm going to give her a room here for a minute. I'm going to have her live here. I didn't see that Delgadillo was still living here. He got separated. Ryan did. Let's look at his stats for a minute. Oh, I can't look at him. Wait, what? No, he's not. He's not a builder. Oh, he's one of the ones left over. Yeah, can I do it from here? I don't think I can. I think I'd have to go to a new job. Let me find him. Ryan's not a builder. Delgadillo. Is he assigned here? No. He's one of the ones that got assigned, one of the druids that got assigned during the problem. And where was he assigned? That's the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind. Let's come back here and look. We're going down the hall to River's shop, River's old shop, and see if he was assigned down here. Although we're on the wrong side of the shop. Let's go this way. We're going through the Zelkova area and then the apartment building and right here. And he's not here either. Where's this builder? Oh, I know where he is. Yeah, I do. I know where he is. I know where he is. Yes, I have builder shops that are no longer being used at the moment. Uh-oh. We've got somebody who's stuck. It's Stephanie. Stephanie is stuck. Stephanie, are you in the barracks? I don't know. She should correct. If she doesn't, we might have to go fix that for her. We have a builder right over here. And it's possible that he was assigned to the builder that still exists. There we go. The sound went off. We still have a builder right here. And sure enough, he's assigned here. So he doesn't belong here. He is... Here you can see the manas 38 and 37. He actually belongs with the explorers. He's one of the last ones. Now, should I do it? Should I attempt I'm wondering if I should attempt having kids without giving the druids time off. We could try it and see what happens. But then whichever parents do get kids, like for instance if druid parents get kids, we would give them the time to raise their kids. We're doing it European style, and they get years. Europeans, I think they get like a year after they receive a child. We're gonna do this. Hi, druids. These are all the druids who are here, and we have room for Ryan to join the guys here. So there he is. Now the new young woman, Jocelyn, she needs orientation first. And she is not going to do this job. She is over, her focus is in a different area. So we're going to see what she wants to do. Agility, 28. Adaptability. Oh, the agility is 8. So she's going to be interesting. We'll have to see what she's going to do. You're hearing the frogs in the park down here. jumping all around. And so now that we have Ryan back where he belongs, let's come to, and there she is. That's her right there. And let's go to here and get Jaslyn. I'm gonna look at Ryan and see if I want her to be an archer. Let's get Jaslyn to attend orientation here. There's a stash there. I forgot about that stash. And let's have Jaslyn. I said Ryan, but let's have Jaslyn attend orientation right here. But let's do it through the library so she doesn't lose her abilities until we see what she is going to do. We also have Guadalupe here, and here's Jaslyn, and we'll put her here. Now this means that we have to move her into housing, but I'm going to look and see if I have Guadalupe listed on the list of people for Arnaaluk. Let's come up to this area, arrivals with family. And we have Ellen, who came in. And I'm going to look for Guadalupe for a minute in the Akasha records. And see if by any chance I did not add her name. Guadalupe. And she is not here either. So these are the two newest people that we got. So let's come to here. Let's come here. And we're going to add Guadalupe, Compton to N. We'll see if what other Comptons we have. Let's look at her abilities. Agility, adaptability. It's weird numbers, so we're going to say possible and just not put anything there, which means that we're not sure what she's going to do just yet. And then let's come here to Jaslyn, and that's an I. Leclaire, C-L-A-I-R. Leclaire, and she is a possible, because I don't know what she's going to do just yet. So let's put them here. Their mana and their focus is curious. Mana and focus on both of them. The mana and the focus here. Let me look at this for a second. I'm gonna look at one of them. Let's come over here. I think they're going to do research. I think I want to bring their mana up, or they're going to go in and do exploration research. I don't have anyone here anymore. That is correct. Let's see what I want to do. Oh, Jaslyn needs some place to live. So she's going to live with Guadalupe in the dorm. This is the dormitory here. And let's come to here. And let Jaslyn be here. And here we go. I think Lane is still living in the dorms. I think he's still living here. Let's see. Leonard is still here. Fabian is the librarian, and he still lives here. Lane does not still live in This is the closest housing for them. And this is where the kids are going to be when we have kids. And I'm really seriously thinking about doing that today. But we're going to go down to Atticus for a minute. Since we're here, let's go to Atticus. It's nighttime, is it? No, it's daytime. Good. Let's go to Atticus and see. Atticus is the ambassador to the Nether. And he is on pause right now. And we're going to check and see if he has everything that he needs. He does. Okay, so he has a fair amount of food here. Probably, he has a lot of food. We can just take these for now. I'm just going to put them all together, but he has everything that he needs to go on a trip. But I have to put it on him before he leaves. I would like him to have a brand new set of everything. So we're going to take everything off and give him a new set. So let's put this up here. Let's give him the hand pies. Definitely have more. So we'll give those to him. He needs a full set of armor. We'll give him that. His axes. We'll give him a pickaxe and we'll give him a gold pickaxe. We can give him the sword. The sword should actually be gold too. Technically doesn't use it. He's an ambassador, but it looks like we're gonna have to give him that this time, and then make sure that he has a flint and steel, and he needs cobblestone with him, and he needs torches with him. And does he have an axe? I don't see an axe. We'll give him one of those. So that's everything that he needs to go. And so now we'll take him here. Oops, I had something in my hand. Hold on a minute. Let's come here and let's take this out of my hand for a second. So that when I...
Is there
we go.
Problem?
Okay, inventory. So this is what we're going to do. Let's take these pieces off first, one at a time. Let's put one here and take that one off. Put this here and take this and take this, this and take this. He has a shovel and he only has a shovel. There's no ladders here? Hold on, I just realized there aren't any ladders. He might not be able to go because there aren't any ladders. Let's put this in, take this away. Let's take this flint and steel and take this away. This pickaxe, take this one, and then let's do the clothing. I do this to make sure that they have every possible thing that they need. Now he doesn't have a shovel and he does not have, let's give him his torches, this, and I don't think there's any ladders here. Ladders are supposed to be on the list and there aren't any. Let's make sure that they are on the list. And they are not. So let's add ladders. And here we go. How many stacks? Let's do 3. We're doing 3 stacks for them here. And let's put that there and let's select. So that's added to the list of things that he needs to take with him. And he can't go right away because the ladders are missing. Did we give him his axe? We might not have. Look at the axe sitting there. I don't think I gave him one. Let's take this one out. Let's take all the used stuff out. We can add this to here. It's just his sandwich that he was eating. And all of these are used. And we'll take these to one, we'll take all of these pieces to one of the, usually I have a chest in Amanda's, in the blacksmith, Amanda. And that chest is specifically for these things that need repairing. And we'll give them to her. Did I do that right? Yeah. We'll give them to her while they're sleeping. And I'm going to check and see if I can get ladders. I could request. He's going to request them when he gets up. I'm going to see if I can find ladders for a second so that he can go on his way. Now, the kids that were there, they were leaving pretty soon. So we will get a chance to see some new people. But I'd like some children. So I'm saying that. So I'm not really saying that. So what I'm saying is that in the story that I tell of this city, they want some children. They would like to have some children. So here is the special chest. We moved it over to here. The special chest with pieces in it. And all these pieces can be put together to repair. So see, we have a diamond and a diamond. It's probably cheaper to go ahead and just use diamonds than it is to combine those. And she's got some extra pieces here. And now we're going to go to the warehouse and see if there are some ladders. And if there aren't any, we're probably going to have to order. Well, he's already going to order them. When he wakes up, he's going to order ladders. He is, but I'm hoping against hope that we have some in the warehouse. Because what we don't have in the warehouse is soul sand. We have soul soil. Let's look at soul sand for a minute. See what it's made out of. So the difference, this is soul sand, and that's how we get it. And soul soil, so this is all sand here. So we'd have to put in soil. And see, and there it is. So periodic trips to the nether is how we're going to get that. Okay, so let's come here and let's sort. And let's look for soul sand. And we don't have any. Let's look for ladders. And there aren't any. Wow. Let's look for oak. We only have 2,000. We have 7,000 dark oak. Let's have them grow oak again. And we'll look at one of the other places. But the fact that we don't have any in the main warehouse, the wood might be going to the northwest warehouse. There we go. Tasmin's suit. Hi. Tasmin? I hope I'm not saying your name too terribly wrongly. Greetings. How are you? Welcome. How long have you been there? You've probably been there a while. I'm going to go back to here because it's going to be faster to get through. you're coming through this area. This is the northwest section of the city, and it is the one area where we do not have a taxi. We don't have a taxi for here. Let's come here and let's see how much oak we have. So we have 1.3 here, so we do have some. Let's look and see if we have ladder here. And we only have one, so we technically don't have any ladder in these places. And we don't have a taxi in this area. We don't have any place for a taxi to come into. And a taxi does have to have a port like this. Now, this is the fishery, so we can't use this. They fish here. And plus they have several platforms here for scrubs to deliver. And I forgot that I was going to fix this. Oops, it didn't fix. Oh, what did we make go away? Did we make anything go away? Okay, good. And that piece right there should be this. So we'll put these in. And this is our area. Should be green around. Let's put the green in these spots. Fisheries are green, are part of the green group. This is Matlam and Mixasa's underwater base colorings that I'm using in Aquatica. I'm using these in Aquatica. And here I want to do it the other way. These here, like this. Ah, there's the light. That's my light to drink. So I think I didn't see Tasmin in time to actually say something to her. Let's come here. And this one, because there's housing here. Oh! I'm going to put this here. And I think because there's housing here, we're going to put this here. In the same way, we can see that those are actually storage right there. And this one comes to here. Oh, gosh, that would have been horrible. Okay. And this one here comes in inside the door. It does indeed. All right, so there is Thomas and Onyx. And they are, Onyx is the counselor fisher. We have 4 fishers, and Onyx is the one that they chose to represent them on the council. And do I have anything else? I could get them to do some more oak. There's plenty of room for oak. So we're going to go through the apartments here. These are the Witch Hazel apartments, which is a double apartment building. One set, that's building 2, and this is building 1 right here. And we're going to go to the end of building 1 where the who's here now? Miranda and Isaac. Miranda and Isaac are the no, it's here. Yay, good. Okay. Let's look here. This is interesting. Well, these are supposed to be areas for, and this is Michael and Ronald. Michael and Ronald have kids, And so that is one of the reasons that their place is set up a specific way. This is for when their kids come to visit. This is their bed, and they have extra area for sleeping for when one of their kids comes. And this is their house. Their house is one of the houses that's been completed. They've gotten all their furniture, and Michael is a chef. He owns a dining hall, and so he likes cooking, and so he has a special kitchen put in for him so that he can cook. And that's who he is. There isn't anyone living here right now, but this is Zaf's apartment. Zaf is one of my friends in chat, and this was an apartment that he designed, that he liked the look of, and he wanted to have a place here. So that's his place. And then this one is empty so far. This apartment, notice that it is up against an iceberg, so it doesn't have any windows. And I think that's what's keeping that apartment from being used. That no one wants to be in the apartment with no windows. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Let's go to Isaac and Miranda, and let's see if they are growing oak. Let's come to here, and let's look at settings. Replanting is on, and let's see, everything is on. No, everything is not on. So let's look for oak. Why are these on? We don't have these. Or maybe we do. The brown Zelkova. Azalea. I don't see oak. So let's go here and look at oak. And oak is on, so they are growing to keep up. So it will just be a matter of me actually saying something to them about growing oak. She's growing. Isaac's growing everything. Let's see if Miranda's growing everything. She have? This is interesting. She's a piece of stripped. That's very curious. Maybe she's decorating at home. Maybe she's doing some decorations. Let's look here, and let's look at the trees. And the same with her. And oak is on. And so she is also growing what's needed. And right now, they're doing some housework in their office. They're doing stuff in their office until they need to grow something. And let me look at let's go to and look, and no wonder, look at this. Yeah, they're waiting for all these trees. So they have acacias. This is an odd setup here. They have some birch. I see these. I only see one oak tree planted. But this is the oak area. And right now, everything is just waiting to grow in. So they planted these. So this is what they're doing. And they're just waiting for the trees, taking care of the trees. This Paloma is, what are you saying?
What can I do for you?
Oh, really? Paloma, you know that's your job, right? That if you don't like the food that Mauricio has, you're supposed to do something about it. Ooh,
It's a fine day.
Hi. Let me look at your inventory. You have plenty of food. What could she want that isn't here? Are there any pizzas here? There are. She has a bunch of everything. So what is it that you
Can I help
want?
you?
And this is what begins to happen. I'll work on it. Let's look and see if she has any indication. Aha! So if you have these two things on you and you don't want them, let me take these off, put these back in here, and see what happens. See what she's got on her? She's got that. And he doesn't, he has some, so we'll put those there. Doesn't have room for this. He's got too much food. All right, so let's fix this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He should only have 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. The rest goes back into the warehouse. 1, 2, 3. And let's see how many T's there are here. 4, 5. So he deliberately has 5. So it's coming up to 5. I think they should only have 3. So we're putting these back in the warehouse. Look how many hand pies are here. 2, 3, 4. And that's all of them. So let's look in the fridge and see. There's nothing in the fridge. Let's put those in the fridge, put that in the fridge. And then let's put back 1, 2, 3, and put this up. The mushroom, the muffins. Got muffins here, and I don't have any others. So the muffins are fine. We did those. Let me just take all of these out for a second and see how many of these I have. So I'm going to have, and I think that's all we're going to do. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 of those, 1, 2, 3 of those, and 1, 2, 3 cheeses. So these all go back to the warehouse. And that takes care of that. And here's 50, and here's a 30. Let's put these in the thing. The 18, there's not that much pizza. And pizza is one of the ones that when there isn't any, they begin to get antsy. So we'll put those in. Let's go to the gatehouse. Or we're equidistant. Let's just go to the warehouse and put it in. We're equidistant from the 2 stashed boxes. So we're going to go to the one that's in the warehouse, the northwest warehouse, and we're going to put the food in there. And then they will put it where they want it. So we'll take all of this and put it in here. Remember when we worked on these? So these are all the couriers. Ezekiel is here. And no one's here yet. And let's see here. Samira is here. And no one's here yet. Those are the 2 new ones. And right here is Evelyn. And then we have couriers on the outside. We have Daniel here. We have Scarlett. And down the hall we have Yale and Gail, not Yale, Gail, and one other who I can't remember right now. Lane. We have Lane and Gail. And in the fishery has 2 dedicated couriers. All right. Mr. Villager! Mr. Villager, there you are. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Unfortunately, I think I missed Thasmine. And, but hello. How is your morning? And here we go. So we're waiting to see if ladders will be delivered to the, and if they're not, we might have to request them specifically. If he didn't get ladders, we'll have to request them. There we go. Oh, and we have another. Wow, Stephanie. Someone's having trouble. Yep, I see you all. At night, the explorers are all pretty active. It's much easier for them at night. Well, it's the night shift, essentially, for them. So let's see if we got some ladders. And we did. Yahoo! So now we've got ladders. And these ladders we're going to give to Atticus when he wakes up, and he is going to the Nether to get us some soul sand. And we'll have to hope that he gets soul sand for us. How many teas? We have a lot of teas here. We don't have a lot of pizza. And when we don't have a lot of pizza, a lot of times that means there's not enough cheese or there's not enough peppers or mushrooms. And let's see, Franklin makes pizza. So let's see what's here. Inventory. He does not have, he does have mushrooms and he has tomato. I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm not going to sneeze? Okay. He has the makings of sweet breads, and he has berries for muffins and sugar, and so he has a fair amount of things that he can make. So, but it is nighttime and everyone is asleep. And I feel like I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to that night. I'm going to go to the university station. There's a bat in the lecture hall. We're going to go to the university station and we're going to take a nap because it's after midnight and almost 1 o'clock in the morning. So we're just going to come in here, turn off this light, and let's go to sleep. So Mr. Villager is saying hi, but then he had to go and do something right away. So we'll leave him. At least I hope that's what happened, and that I hope I'm still streaming. I could check and see if I see any indication, although it's hard to tell. They were supposed to make it easy that if you're streaming you could see it on here, but I'm not streaming. It says 2 views 1 hour ago. Did I stop streaming at some point? I'm not streaming at all. What's happening again where I'm not streaming? I don't know what it is. This for a minute. Oops. No, it says I am. going to it and says I am.
Yeah, I heard a whistle that time.
I'm looking at it. It's possible that he's unloaded himself. I had set him up to leave, and he might have let some of those things go back. But let's look and see.
What will it be for you?
What is inventory? Sure enough, he did, and we're taking these off of him. The shovel, I wish I had a good one for him, but I don't. And so we'll come back here where he's got this, and let's put all of this back. Now he only has 30 of these now. Let's put the 64. Let's get a set of armor. Let's get these. I have ladder, brick, and torches, and then he needs a golden axe, an axe, a pickaxe, a sword, and he does have I do have a shovel that is valid. And so now we can call him. Whenever I've done this without him being on pause, he's gone immediately into the nether, and that we're not having that happen. So let's recall him right now.
Good day to you.
Do this. Good day to you, sir. And let's do this, and then let's take all of this. And then let's put this on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And before he has a chance to put it all away, let's unpause him. And let's recall him. And there he is. So now we'll see him get into his pack. He's ready. He says he's resting.
Do you need something?
Yes, I need you to go. He's asking cancel. We're canceling all the stuff that he's asking for so that he will go. Look how much stuff he's asked for over this time period. All right. So let's recall him again.
Can I help you?
Look. So why aren't you going? You have everything that you need, and I need you to go. I'm going to have a request. Oh! He just went. He just did something. So, there he goes. There he goes. He put on his backpack, and he's getting ready to go. He put on his backpack, and he's getting ready to go. I gave him, he does have
I'm waiting for something.
What are you waiting for? Oh, don't tell me you put everything away again. No! You put every freaking thing away again. Okay, let me see this. Does he have one of these? And let me get this. Why?
I can't work like that.
You can say that again, you can't. He has that. Oh, he's getting it himself. Okay, he's picking his own stuff. And he just went in. He just went into the nether just now. So he wanted to pick his own. He didn't like being hand-fed his pieces. Did he take any torches with him? I think he did. Let's look here and see what he had. Okay. He's in good health. And that, we'll just have to wait for him to come back. So we'll do that. Hi.
'Tis a fine day.
Hi, Arabella. Arabella is a teacher, and she doesn't have any students right now, so she's just lecturing at the lecture hall. She's doing lectures for visitors, and then this is the new kid on the block. This is Guadalupe. And the mana and focus. This is a good, she's ready. And she's been in, but she hasn't decided agility, adaptability. She wants to study here. She wants to do studies. Here she's not interested in being anything but working in the exploration center is where she would like to be. So did I have some other things? This is what happens. I would almost have to keep a list. Kenya, the list. Because what happens is I had something else I was going to do. Let's see how many we can have. I'm looking at druids. Frankie's here, Kylie, Skylar, Stephanie, and Ryan's supposed to be over here. So let's manage. Let's do this and let's have Ryan. Oops, come back over to this side here. Druids. And let's have Ryan be here. Ryan is here. And that is all we can have right now. So let's look at Skylar is here. Frankie's here. We might move some of these to a different location, or we'll wait. We'll have them wait for now. So we have on that side, and then we have William, Azaria, and Leighton here. Gosh. I would do kids. Yeah, let's go up here and see how many frogs we have. Nope, we just have the one. The pet frog there. It sounds like we have frogs on the surface. It really and truly does. So let's go out and let's look at the surface and see if the frogs have escaped. Let's see how many frogs we have on the surface. Do we have any? No, we don't. So the frogs that we're hearing are actually inside this park right here. We're hearing the frogs in here, which is yay, that's good. And you can see some frogs walking around inside, and that is the Druid Exploration Park. And we're going to go back in, up, and there goes the air conditioner. Let's come here, and we're going to come up right in here. So that's good. I'm glad. I still have my siren sight for being outside. That's why it's so bright. For a moment. And that door's closed, which is good. And let's close this one also. Yeah. Yay, welcome back. Welcome back. No worries. I'm glad to see you. No worries, I'm glad to see you. What did you miss? You missed Atticus going to the Nether. Atticus just went to the Nether for the first time in a long time, and we're going to go right now and check and see if there are any stats yet. Atticus is our ambassador to the Nether, and he's going to get some soul sands. So look at the expedition log, and he hasn't encountered anything yet. So he's still on the adventure. He's still working towards getting us some soul sand. We don't have any. And let's come through here. Let's push this way. We're going through the Museum of Natural History and then through the university. And Did you see the Twitch yesterday? You did, didn't you? I don't think anyone was there for the Twitch yesterday. For the Twitch stream. But I think you probably know already that the bug was fixed, Mr. Villager, and so we can now have our trainees. We can now override at the town hall the directions of the places, and by doing that, so if you have it on automatic, when the archer squires get to a certain point, they go to the barracks and become a part of the workforce. And if you had a combat academy, they would do the same thing. The knights would go and join the rest of the knights in the barracks. If you have automatic turned off, that's not going to happen. And so Zio and Reynolds are not squires anymore. They're actually fitness trainers. They train druids on archery. These are archery centers, and we have them training. And let me get something to drink. That's my drink reminder. Yours and mine both. I think it means that we have a lot to do. I think that's what it means. We have a lot of things on our minds. Now they're sleeping. They're both sleeping here. I need to figure out River. It's possible that they have it so that only 2 people sleep. That maybe those other beds aren't connected. They didn't connect the beds in that archery. I've always had more than one. I thought they all slept. But I'm going to go back to what's today's drink. I'm drinking juice mixed with water. I'm drinking purple juice, which is a mixture of purple carrot, grape, pomegranate, all these purple things mixed together, but it's 100% juice. And I'm adding my own water to it, adding water. So it's not quite a 10% mix, but I prefer paying for the full juice so that if I want juice, I'm getting juice. I'm not paying for water. And although paying for water, I pay for other water. I pay for water that I spritz on my face. This is the Azalea Apartments that we're going through in order to get to the Gatehouse District. Now, what I think is Gatehouse District, most of the areas have a couple ways to get in and out. This farm area is connected to this area here. I don't think there's any way across in these parts. Nope. Zane and Elsa are here, and they are at the end of this hallway. And then the gatehouse, this is one of the things that we're working on. And I would like to go back here and work on this one piece of thing that I want to do here. We're hearing the cows upstairs in the pasture. There's a pasture above that hallway. That light up there is the pasture. And this, as you can see right there, is the new apartment, the Gatehouse Hotel, not apartment, right here. And right here, what I would like to do is put in a lounge. Not a big one, but just put in a little bit of a lounge. And I want to put one in, I don't know whether I want to put something here or to have the blue ice, the packed ice. We're using packed ice as a design element, and that color is going to go well with what? And we can look at the packed ice color. Let's get some packed ice. That's not the color that we have in here. So let me look at ice and see what we've got for a second. Let's just look for ice and see what. It's the blue ice. Oh, blue ice. Hold on, blue ice. That's the one that I looked at earlier, right? Blue ice, and saw that it was packed ice. So it's blue ice that we're using. And this whole area is going to be have an element of this. We need sponges. I need a sponge from here, and then we'll get the rest of what we need from the floor in this section. So let's begin. I'm going to take away this. And this, there's water. There's water there. There's water there. And water there. So I think that's all the water. So we can now remove this glass completely from here. And the sponges. So we're just going to remove the glass from here. We're going to push the ice back to see how far we want, just to make a little area here where, like a lounge in a hotel. And that's what we're going to do. Whoops. Hold on, we need actual block, not stair. And there we are. So if we move the ice back, we need to put in sponge in some areas and see how far back we can go. It seems like there isn't anything behind here. So let's move this back. It's 75% of farmers finished, by the way, and it means a bit more mainly after a small incident. A bit more food, you mean? Oops, there's one. That one. That you have a bit more food. That's good to hear. And there's one there. Let's take the water out of that. And let's continue. And another. Got that one. Ooh! That one right there. There we go. So here's one section. I know I got wet, so I had siren sight. There's another. Ice. We're in an iceberg, and this is one of the reasons why we're putting this in here. You were doing the first female version and you forgot to download the texture, and you had closed the model and you passed through all grief phases. Oh no. Oh. Aw. I'm sorry about that. So we don't have to, I don't want it to expand back beyond this wall piece right here. This wall piece is going to be here. And down, and the floor, of course. So So we're working on expanding this area. And I do not want this decoration. This is the window decoration. But now it's just missing the darkest skin tones. Ah, he forgot to download the texture. Oh no. Aw. It was nice having those dark skin tones too. Definitely was. Oh. Somebody dripping here. I thought I saw dripping and then it disappeared. Okay. So this is giving us a little bit of an area here. We're going to push it back so we can have some couches and some lounges right where this taxi station is. So we'll do one more set. I guess we should just go ahead and pull it. Let me put this here. This on this side, and the sponge here, so we can get going. There's one. Quickly! That's what we're supposed to be doing. Okay. Here's another. That went deep. We need some light? Might. Let's use these for right now until we decide on a pretty light. I'll just put these here so I can see for a minute. Notice there aren't any of those kinds of lights here. See that light right there? That's the lights that we want. The panel for that light came off because the taxi came in here. So we can put this panel back on. There. And when the time comes, why don't we do that now? Let's get a copy of this and then put the panel back. And let's come over here, and instead of having the lights be this, let's just go ahead and put them in right now. So we'll put a light here, take this away, and put this here. And that's one away from the wall. Yeah, one away from the wall. So we'll put the light here. And put it that way. And then we have it look like the rest of the area. And that works. Although we could bring it up, but I don't want to. I want to make it a little bit more intimate back here for lounging. That's what we're working on. How far back are we going? So it looks nice when we put in carpet and things like that. It'll look nice. Hopefully this isn't too loud. But now it's just, okay, and at least you made a joke out of it instead of just giving up. Aw, I'm glad. I'm glad. That is very wise. That is very wise. Things happen, and you have to have a way of dealing with the things that happen, in a healthy way of dealing with the fact that things happen. And it sounds like you are developing those skills quite well. Not good. Unlike me, and so you've watched me have some meltdowns here several times about things that suddenly changed, and in a way that was not, that made a problem. You've watched me melt down from stuff like that. And also because Ray suggested you do the students, but you had no idea how to do it. So you had to face that. You had to face it, that you had no idea how to do the students. I'm glad that he is encouraging you, and you know, that means he likes your work, you know, that he's encouraging you, and he thinks that you're responsible and that he recognizes that you love what you're doing, and I think that's pretty cool. Ray is the lead developer for Minecolonies team, and Mr. Villager is learning how to make skins, although Mr. Villager is kind of past the learning stage. This is sort of his first big, huge, maybe your second job, because you did make some skins for a private person, for someone's private server, if I'm not mistaken, didn't you? And so, but this project is way bigger. You would like suggestions for how, for now, your ideas are kind of too shallow. I was going to do them right now. Suggestions for students. That's a good question. What would I suggest? The students in this is, I'm in Arnaaluk, and Arnaaluk is default, and the students in default are all wearing sort of the medieval gown, the thing that students used to have robes, and they're wearing those robes. The robes that are sort of acknowledged when you graduate, those robes are kind of the robes that the students are in here. This should be enough. I'm not trying to do too much here. And what I'm going to do with this part, 1, 2, that's a couch. Let's bring this back one. But I want to hold on to these holes. And there's one there that has water in it. I want to hold on to these holes because we're going to have holes in the wall. I just need them to not have water in them. That's dry. And let's take this one and dry it out. This one and dry it back. Okay, and I think that one goes back far enough. Okay, the reason why is because I'm going to take away one more layer, and this layer is going to be the glass layer. I need the glass to be on the outside, even if it's pane. Even if I use this pane right here, which I probably am going to, I need this to be on this part right here like that. That's where we're putting the pane, although I'm not going to make that. Shoot. I might as well go ahead and use full glass and take this one section here again. So this is where the glass is going to go, right here. So around where the glass goes, I need to have actual concrete that the glass is a part of. and then we'll do the glass from here. So the glass is going to be here. So let's take this off. Oops, we just got drenched. And I'm floating. Let's put that there. Now I have Siren Sight, which is very bright when you're on the surface. It works perfectly when you're in the water. On the surface, it's very, very bright. Here's that part. And that. Yep. And more here. Spongy. And then come back. Okay. There we go. So that is where I need wall right along this part right here. We still need wall here. Did you see that dripping? Let's take that piece away and put in that, and now we have nothing there. And let's see. You would like suggestions for now. Your ideas are kind of too shallow. Actually, second, what you found out some years ago, they are based on the old American settlers during colonization times. The people are, I don't remember I don't remember them showing settlers wearing those kind of robes as teachers or in schools, but maybe they did. Maybe they still wore the... And there we go. So this is the decoration on the back of here, and now I need actual glass, which is across the way. Right here. And if I wanted to, ooh, yeah, this would definitely mean that we would have this. Let's get a piece of that also. Oh, it's not block. Okay, never mind. Let's come over here and we'll get a piece of concrete. I don't want to use this, so we'll put this back in the library. Concrete. We're getting gray concrete. This piece here. And let's go ahead and do the design for the windows. Underneath the glass, which is white on the outside. So white on the outside, so this color on the inside. The gray on the inside. Just hope this works. No, it's not. How can this be one more than the other? But maybe it is. And do the same here. And this one, we have to do that. So we'll do that, and then we'll put the glass in. Where'd the glass go? Glass go. We don't need these two right now. Let's go look here and see if I put the glass someplace. I didn't get the glass. Okay. Let's put this here. I need these. Hold on to those for a second. Let's come over here and get glass again. So now we have glass. And let's just go ahead and run the glass along this line. Let's see how far back we can go here. There we go. I can't do it. So we'll just do it this way. So we're making this, the packed ice and the blue ice, the decoration for these places. Sure enough, should have put a sponge in there and I didn't. I want a little bit more. Nah, we could bring it out a little bit in this place and maybe have two sets of dining right here on this side. Who's leaking? I see you. And that was just, that shouldn't have been leaking at all. It's in the ice. So do I want to bring this one back also on this side? Bring it back so that we can have the tables. We could have the tables along the side here, and I think I'd like to do that. You mean the pilgrims? Oh, yeah. Well, all you can think for them is veils, capes, and straw hats, like basically all the other workers. And actually, you think you can start to give them some basic cloth shorts. What do you think? I think that's an interesting idea. That's a really difficult one. Instead of thinking of it as medieval or as the way the others are, think of it as a school uniform. Think of school uniforms and give them something that you could imagine that they would give kids as a school uniform. And I think that might work better as a way to think about it. That it's actually a uniform. I don't know whether you have uniforms at your school, but a lot of schools still do uniforms, and should. I think uniforms help kids not feel more uniform, actually not feel like they can't have or can't afford what other kids have. Is that a black piece? That is a great concrete block. Yay. Let's put it here. This piece is... It is really raining. So we'll put these here. I'm going to put another one in that corner. And then, what am I using? Glass. It's a little dark, I know. We'll put in a light in just a minute. Okay. So, in this area for the light, let's put the light here. And did I just make them all go away? Of course I did. Okay. Now we need to put back this piece right here. I don't need this right now. The pickaxe I'm still using. So we'll put that. Let's put this cover on. And let's do one here. There's one here. So we'll do one here. And we'll have this cover on it there. Well, for the children, you'll do the shoeless and no tattoos, and that makes sense, absolutely. But for the college people, let's get these seats for now, and one of these and one of these. So let's look and see. I have this. I have smooth quartz. Concrete I don't need right now. We'll put that back there. Let's put this up. There's the tabletop. Just for now, because I'm taking that away so I can get to this area. Because now we're going to put in white. Because this part is in fact going to be an extension all the way to this window right here. So this will allow for some lighting. 1, 2. We're going to put lighting here, but there is water. There it is. And there's water here. Got that water. Put that in. We're in a glacier. So we should get all the water from these. If that's saying that there might still be, we'll make that a little bit more. Yeah, it is. Oh my goodness. My siren sight is so sensitive. Didn't I get wet? I want to have siren sight. Look how bright it is. Isn't that intense? There we go. Phew. All right. I saw something drip. But I'll have to wait until it shows itself again. And we've got this little area. 1, 1, 2. I think we're going to have to put another one here. Put this here. And now these. And so what we're actually planning to do is this. And for the time being, I'm going to put them here like that. We'll add some pictures. See that's leaking? And that's the reason why. So let's take this piece here and make it a full piece and bring that part down. Both of these sections right here. Uh-oh. We did lose the thing that time. We lost a flower. We'll put it back momentarily. Do we have the same problem here? We're going to take away the brewing stand. And here's this new section here. So we've got these new areas. A server can come down the aisle right here. So let's make these go away. My stomach's growling. Oh, the light went out. Ooh. Yeah, but also think about the university students. And even though they're adults, if you carried the child theme over to them, that at the time that they join university, at the time they're at the university, in other words, the students, that they would probably be less, should I just go ahead and do these for now? Actually, you thought of something for any time you want to do glasses, goggles. What do you think of reused bottle bottoms? Reused bottle bottoms for glasses and bottles. For glasses and goggles, That sounds, it depends on what they look like. It depends on how they look, actually. Doesn't it? Oh, I brought this back too far. We'll have the seats sit here. We'll have the table be here. And like this. And on both sides. I actually like these tables. I think I kept them in the other areas too. But we did use chairs in this part. Let's see what happens if we put a second piece here. Okay, put this right next to it. Have it be like that. You didn't test it yet, but it's a possibility. Okay. Let's have this chair. Yeah, we'll just have the chairs sit the way they're supposed to. Let's have a chair there, these chairs, and this one. So if we wanted to protect them, we could do something like this, right in this part. Like this is some private seating in this area. And how do we get these not to be? We'd have to use real chairs back here to keep them from sticking to that. Just to have something behind them. It's weird sitting in places, restaurant places and things. If you're sitting out in the open, that's one thing. But if you're sitting in a place where people walk by all the time, it's uncomfortable. It's just a shame we can't make them transparent or... What in the... Did you hear that? Oh my gosh, we're going right upstairs right now and rent a room. Good gracious. So he's going into the bathroom. Let me go in here. I don't think there's anybody in here. There isn't. And let's go to sleep. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Goodness sakes, that was a storm. We're going to take this picture down and we'll put another picture up later. All right. Whoa, that was such a storm. There's Kelsey in her room. And this room, whoever is here just left. Went to work. And we'll come down. Wow. That was pretty intense. Something's leaking here. So I need a sponge. And this. Let's come here and let's put a sponge here so I can see what's here. I'll just bring that down. Anybody else got something to say in this area? Okay, good. And now, here and here, we're going to put in some chairs and connect them to the dining room. Are you talking about here? Or are you talking about in your town? Let's come up here. Let's put these away for now. And let's look at chairs. Let's look at colors. So remember, we have the blue ice and we're using this as a thing which is sort of light blue. Let's look at light blue. We could do blues. I'd be curious. This is what we want right here. So the color is mangrove on the floors and mangrove there. So let's come here. So what we need is mangrove chairs. And let's just go to chairs. And the chairs that we want for the restaurant are Valhelsia's chairs in mangrove. These are dark oak. These are crimson. These are mangrove. And the light blue is crimson. Mangrove light blue. Let's do these. Vincentius is fast asleep. He is fast asleep. He is not awake. This is going to be an interesting day for me. It's going to be a very long day. We are doing, we have lots of things that we're doing during the day today. And then this is a day that I skate. And so this is going to be I'm curious to see how this is going to work for me. I can't do anything with this. I have to put this here all the way across. And if I could get that one right there for a second. And then this one here. And I think I've got it all now. Okay. So the chairs. As much as I love those tables. Oh no, the backs match, so that'll be good. Good nap for him. If you need anything, message quickly. See you next time. Okay. You have to go for now. Duty calls. It's better you finish those farmers. Okay. All right. Thank you for being here. And here we need stools, mangrove top stools. We're going to put stools at these bars, but upstairs at these tables, all these tables are now going to have these chairs here. We're going to take out chairs, all of this, and we're going to put in, I know that this is European seating, and it's fun. We have a couple places where we have things like this. I'm going to leave that as a long table. We'll have one long table. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a special table. And then we'll put tables in the other areas here. Put the seats. And I should have the seat thing on so that I can see where the seats go. Did I see water? Sure enough. All of this is dripping. So I might have to go out and fix those, the ones that are dripping here. But these are the tables and chairs that we want. I hope it's not the same as the other restaurant. We have blue a lot as restaurant colors in here. We could go look at some of the other restaurants and see what we have. The white tables are nice. So let's go to tables and look at down here. We should have some white tables, and if we don't, these are natural quartz right here. We could use these, but they're square, and they're square, I should say. I'm actually looking for these kind of tables, which would be a part of that. Let's look for, what are they called? Platforms? P-L-A-T? There they are. This is what I need. Platforms, tables, and there's perfect quartz. This is what I want for here, I think. So let's take this out. We can't put anything on those carpet tables, and that's the reason why I don't use them. So that's what this would look like. Let's see what it looks like if we do this. That's what we want. We want that. Up here, we can use this. Now, of course, we're losing the extra light that these tables provided in this area, but I think we're going to put we're going to put little lights on those tables. And yeah, this is definitely leaking. There it is. Oops, missed it. 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think that part is good. I see that. Oh, it's part of this. Okay, this is actually doable right here because this is a part. This is the part here where I need to just come up here. Put that in. Keep that from leaking. Now this here. Do the same in this section. Uh-oh. Why don't we just take the sponge here? Because there isn't anything there. Let's take the sponge because there's actually, and then we can take this whole thing down. Put that in. Because there's ice on top. But that's not going to work here. And we have that so far. Okay, so we're putting blue ice in upstairs. We have blue chairs, and now I need to go downstairs and get the seating. That's very sweet of Mr. Villager to request to inquire about Vincentius, so that's good. Now, Mr. Villager has an excellent day today. It's been Wednesday. Let's come to here. Let's go to the backpack and let's get the tag tool. I'm going to put it smack dab in the center here, and we're going to shift, click on here, and let's look at the existing tags. So there they are, so we can see where there are supposed to be chairs. For now, I think I am going to go ahead and put these here. I usually put stools in this area, but we might just go ahead and use these tables because they look really pretty. Right here. We'll use this. 3. That didn't work. Wait, did I not use... Uh-oh. I just took a piece off of here. Hold on for a second. That's not doing what I want. So how did I do these? Did I do it like this? Yes, that's how I did it. Now let's get one of these. Put here. Okay, and on this side the same. And let's put this table and sit. So we'll have seat here and here, and so people can sit and eat together in these areas here. Let's put a third set on this side so people can come in and sit at one of these tables for lunch. I actually liked restaurants that had these, that European style of having the long tables. I like that kind of feel. I but I don't like the way this looks. So we're going to take that away, and take this away. We're going to set another table right here in this spot and put this here and this. So there are different tables. Let's put a chair on this side. You can still get to where they need to get to. And it looks like that. And then of course this is the kitchen. This is like sitting up to the sushi bar. This area here, people getting a chance to sit and watch the server work, the chef work. And there's the beginning of this. And upstairs, let's pull out the tag tool and see there are 3 seats here. We don't want the seats here. So let's take away the seats where there isn't anyone. See, so there's seats there already. Let's take away the seats where there isn't anyone sitting. So see all these where there isn't a seat? We're taking those away until all we have are the ones where people are sitting. Let's take that away. That's the ground level. We don't need to do anything with that. This. And now we've got this area. And then we have all these seats. Take them away. That away. And now these are all the seats that there actually are left in the room. Let's go downstairs for a second. Let's see how far away we can put these seats. We should be able to put a seat here for the restaurant. Right here. Right here. And then these seats. Right here. Here and here and here. There we go. So that's the seats we have here. Let's put a seat here. We're tagging these seats so that people will actually sit when they come into the restaurant in those seats. And now I need to make the other table settings that I want to have in this area. So this is where people are going to walk in and out. So we don't really want a lot here. I think I'm going to leave this kind of bare and just have people sitting in chairs right here. So let's put a seat and let's put one there, and let's have the people sit around it in this way on this one, and this is a 3-seater here. And then right here we can have one more set. I'm looking. Let's have one more set right here. A long table. Nope, can't do it. I think that's what we're going to have. We're cutting down the number of tables. We could have one sitting right here and have a person sit here and here. Just some couple seating just on the ends here. Let's do that. So we have some 3-seaters. We have a large table. And we have these. So now let's take the tag tool and put in the rest of the new seats. So a seat here and here. Those seats are fine. Here, just yet. Uh-oh. Oh, that's ground level. Okay. Did I get all seats here? There's no seat here. Those are done, and those are done. We're good. We're good to go. So it's kind of fancy restaurant we have. We can do something different with the floor, and we'll see if we want to. And let's put the tag tool back for now into the backpack so that we don't use it. And let's look at what we have. We lost this flower pot. I'm gonna look and see. The sponge we want to hold on to. Everything else can go back into the library. So let's start with this. And let's put all of this back. Let's come to here. And let's bring these down. So this is the main floor, and we have this. Now, is there leisure seating? Leisure. Let's see if there's leisure seating for this area. So see how we have a difference here? See, this is made out of this. What do I want to do with this? Right at the moment.
See you tomorrow.
Okay. Case. I don't know. I like this. See this right here? Isn't this pretty? We get this so you can see this right here, which is stripped wood panel. I'd almost rather have this be here, but I'm afraid I'm going to lose that. Those two, I don't really want to lose them. So I don't know what I want to do. This is one of the places where to keep them from crossing over the top. We do have to put in this. And I'm not getting it. There we go. Let's put it out this way and cross it over. To keep them from walking over the top of these. Oops. It has to be on the outside. Or this one. Because this is here and I don't want these two to be, see, I need it to be on that side, so I'm going to have to redo this so that this one is here and then these are here. Oops, right here. Let's put this. It won't go there. It needs to go there. There we go. There's square. So that puts this, uh-oh. I think that puts this out too far. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Unless we bring it all the way across. Like this. I know. What I might do make that part match. Just on this side. It just makes it look gaudy. It kind of makes it look gaudy. So we're going to leave this decoration here, except it can't drip. And when I do this, this is going to be bad. I don't even know how. I don't know what to do about this. Is it still dripping? If it is, I'll have to go outside. If it's still going to drip, and fix that. And we have this part so they can't cross over. And we have several guard situations that we're actually going to have a reception right here. And we're going to, when he's done building, but he's not done building in this area. Right, Case? You're still working on stuff? I actually kind of like this. So let me put this here and here. Can I put this here? Oh, there's one. Ooh, there's one there. Put that there, but then I can't put this. I'd have to take... Oh. I'd have to take this away. And if that's going to leak, I'll have to do something about it. Yeah, it just looks like something a hotel would have. It actually really does. And this piece here should be made out of purple. And so let's come to the cutter. And let's get per block, and let's come to here and see if per is included in the panel. This is a trapdoor that it should be. Let's put this in, and let's get a trapdoor, just a plain trap. Ah, the water and the air conditioner. Fascinating. All right. Let's take this way, take that away. Let's take this trapdoor here and match this. There we go. And we're good. We're good here, we're good here. Put the top here on that side, and I like it. Nope, there's something here. Ah, I don't want that. Let's put this glass panel. No, I don't really need that for it to be there. Oh, I definitely don't need that. We'll put something else here. Let's just go ahead and bring this part over. That was just, some of those things are just to have a challenge for building, and that's what it looks like. Why would you walk there? Why would you walk there? between or something right here. Have something right here. I'm going to take this one down too. Since I'm changing this part, I'm taking that down. I don't want that. Then I'd have to go all the way over. And I don't want to do that. So we won't put it here. Okay, let's get a sponge. So that took care of the water part there. Let's see if it didn't take care of the water here. Let me just put that in. See if that took care of it. That might have taken care of it there. I have siren sight. Siren sight. Beautiful vases here. And do we have flowers? In the flower section, it might show some flower pots. Nah. Some things. So we are going to have to go to Dawn of Time specifically. This is Dawn of Time here. Dawn of Time has some special pots that we can use. Under the Japanese style, we have this one here. I thought I had maybe had a different one also. I have that. Let's look in here and see if there's a pot. There's not. The Roman does not have one either. They have statues. How big is the statue? How big do you think the statue is? Let's see how big it is. It's big. It's that big. That's kind of neat. That's interesting. But those are definitely villagers. Villagers there. And it does look like art though, doesn't it? There's something about that that's curious in the way that it fits into this area, so I'm just going to leave those. And now what are you doing? Why do you have to go that way? Let's take her.
It was a fine morning.
Bailey, what's your problem? I saw that. Take this piece and make it a full block. Keep that from leaking. Okay. And in these corners we don't have any light anymore. Here. Which makes them a little bit dark. See how those look? It's dramatic. You could have it be dramatic. See that it's dramatic. Have that on both sides. And it gives us that look. How do I feel about these? Okay, I'll leave them. And there we are. So what are we looking at? Wow, we have spent the entire time doing this and we still didn't get this part right here. So in this area, I need for chairs, comfortable chairs, to be here. Let's have these go away. These are all in the room, so we don't have to worry about them. Let's put this here to put back in the backpack. Let's look at sofas and see if we want actual sofas or if we want stair pieces. I'm gonna want stair pieces. And we're not gonna get any for wool. So let's go to wool and let's get the light blue. Let's get the dark blue. Actually, we should get an accent color of some sort. We could have the lime. Those two would look nice together. Or gray. We'll see which one we like. Let's get a cutter. An architect's cutter. And let's begin. So we'll put the cutter down first. And there really isn't enough light in here, but we'll look at that in a minute. Let's do chair pieces. Stair. There's the gray. There's that color, and let's see, 3 o'clock. There's this piece. So those are all the chair pieces that we have. We're going to have to do the same with this that we did with the other and put a second light setup here. Take that, take that, and now cover this one back up. And right here, put this one in, put this on top. So we're trying to keep some of Nubian's pieces. We do like this build. Good, and that gives a little bit more light in this area. We could put 2 right here. Have that be like that. Alright. So if a person's waiting for a cab, taxi, here, they can be here. In this area with these seats, we could put a picture or something. We actually can't. See this right here? See how high that's coming? So we can't put anything there. The only thing that we could put here would be a line of color. Some kind of wood. Behind in this area. Mangrove. This is the mangrove. We could put stripped, since we're only using a single line of it. We could put the stripped in. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so I'll have to go back and do that after I do this. So right here where this is, let's pull this out. And just for this area right here, let's put in this. There's still water out there. We're still underwater. When we're not under icebergs, we're underwater. All right, I like that. Have it go up like that. And that's a special area there. Because that looks so nice. Let's do this across this. Here we go. Now we don't have to worry about the upstairs because Lubian has been good enough to put in a double block between the ceiling. So the ceiling is a separate block from the floor upstairs. So we don't have to worry about that part. And that gives this a special look in this area and makes the purpur look all the more weird for being here. I don't want to lose these two things. And when I say lose them, because I don't know how to get those invisible. I don't know how they're getting them. I think they're line iteming those. It used to be that if you put invisible, I-N-V-I-S, see if there's nothing there, frame, and there isn't a frame that says that it's invisible, and so there isn't one. So you would have to line item that piece in. And I did have the Matlon and Mixasa, the designers, when Mixasa was visiting our stream, he showed me, he gave me the line item recipe for those, but I don't have it anymore. I need to write things down. And I do write things, but those kinds of things, when I'm in the moment, sometimes they get lost and I forget to actually put them somewhere so I can go back to them. So let's forget that for a minute. Let's get the colors that we needed again. So we don't need these anymore. Let's get the wool, because we didn't make the ottomans. So we need lime wool, we need light blue,
Bad weather we're having today.
and we need gray. And the only reason we're doing gray is because I'm not sure how. We have the green and the lime here. We will just be extending that into this area. And then carpet. What could we do? We could actually carpet this little area here. So here I need these. So I need that. Let's put this up. Let's get this one. And put that there just in case I decide to use that. And put this here, and that takes care of these things right now. The carpet would be interesting, just right in this part here. Let's look at blue carpet. Let's look at carpet wool, but we're going to look at chipped wool. So we're going to come down here. And there is cyan, it's the wrong color. This is light blue. Harsh quilted. Cornered. Let's look at these. Let's see here. This is cornered, which looks like this. And harsh quilted looks like this. The other one looks more homey, and this one looks more hotel-like. So I'm going to put this in. So right here on this end. Part in there. Let's put here. Okay. And put this piece in. We have those. Let's come over here and do the same thing. Except we're putting in this color. Now here, let's actually, we have a space behind. We don't have enough of space here. Let's bring this up so that this is sitting on the outside of the carpet right here. One of those, and actually over here let's have one of these here, and over here let's have one of those, and this is a seating area. And let's see now if we can go upstairs and actually make seating for this leisure, for this place. We should be able to. This is a normal hut block here. Before I do anything, before I make anything go away, and I'm just going to put these here for a second so that I can do the seating tab tool. And I'd like to put some seating in the rooms as well so that I can see what's going on. Hi. But let's just start downstairs with this. So let's shift. So we have to shift to click on that, and now we can see the tag tools. So there is seating in this building. So let's come down and see where the seats overlap. I don't see any. Do you? Let's go upstairs and see if there's seating up here. Let's come in here. There aren't any seats. Why do I have all these seating things here? Let's look at that again. Outdoor positions. I don't understand this. I don't know where these seats are. Let's remove them. We're removing the seats because I don't know where they are. And we'll put some seats in here. I have no idea where those seats are. Let's put seats here, and here, and here, and here, here. So they can sit here. We could overlap these, but I don't think it's necessary. And then we can add some seats upstairs. When the time comes, we'll add seats to the upstairs areas. Now when we look at the seating, when we come over here and look at seating, now we can see the seats that we just put in. And we can see those seats. So let's come here and let's put away the tool. And that is pretty much it for today. This is what we did. this is what we did in this area. We added this little seating section in Mubian's Geno Hotel Level 5. We have a little seating area right here with the ice outside. And I like that. We don't have any plants yet in some of these places. And we could do some plants and trees. We do have, Mubian has trees over on the other side here. We could have one of the Ikebans, or the Ichiban. No, it's Ikebana. We could have one of the Ikebanas on this counter right here, like that. And that makes it look like a hotel. And so, thank you everybody. Thank you for being here. I've spent the entire day at Arnaaluk in the hotel, adding some things to the hotel to make it very comfortable, and we'll continue to have the other pieces that we need put in. We're trying to get ready for an event that's going to happen towards the end of the month, and on Twitch. And so if you have a Twitch account, you'll be able to join. It's a music event, and I'm honored to be included in a music event that is happening. So here we go. Enjoy your games. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. And thanks to Mr. Villager for being. And I think we had another person stop in. And let's see the name for a second. Let's come back here and look for the name of the other person who came in first, and they were Thasmins. And so we did see Thasmin. Thank you to everybody, and here we go. We've been listening to Vincentius Primus's Adrift piece that he wrote specifically to go behind, and so I'm going to now play Vincentius Primus's piece for leaving. So bye for now, everyone. Bye for now.